Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. on your Saturday. It is September 20th. Today is the Texas Eats Food Festival at the Boeing Center at Techport. Sarah?
We're so excited. It's going to be fun.
I had breakfast this morning. I'm like, oh, I should have saved more room because it's going to be a lot of eating.
Oh my goodness. Yes, so many great chefs and local chefs included. So we are excited to meet everybody too. And it's in the AC. Now, in the pollen count today, we've got 4 allergens: molds, pigweed, ragweed, and fall elm. They're all present, but they are all low. Now, I'll be watching the molds number carefully because this is awfully close to moderate the category. At 500, it becomes moderate, but we'll keep you posted. Otherwise, outside right now, it's 76 degrees in San Antonio, 75 in New Braunfels. Good morning, Del Rio, 75 degrees, 72 in Uvalde, still in the 60s in the Hill Country in Kerrville. So that feels nice out there in those higher elevations. 93 for the high today. It's going to be a hot one. Tomorrow, just as hot at 93. The only difference tomorrow is that there's a small chance for an afternoon shower at 10%. Most of us are not going to see any rain this weekend. And even this week, rain chances are pretty slim. We do bump it up to 30% on Wednesday, and that's all because of a weak cool front moving through Texas. How cool will it be across Texas? I'll have those details coming up in a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. An Eastside shooting left a man seriously hurt this morning after a fight between a driver and a man walking on the street. So San Antonio police say this happened on Baldwin Street and Pine Street just after 3 o'clock this morning. That man that was walking down the street had a car pull up to him, and that's when police say some type of incident occurred. Authorities believe the man walking took out a gun and shot the victim and then fled. That victim is in the hospital and police are still investigating. And this morning, a man is dead after a tragic accident at Port San Antonio. Authorities say a jet engine rolled on top of him. This happened around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon behind the Boeing Center at Techport off General Hudnall Drive. So according to first responders that were on scene, the victim and another man were moving a jet engine on a dolly when it started to roll. That engine hit the victim and caused both men to fall off a 4-foot loading dock. That engine fell on top of the man in his 70s, and it killed him. Police say this is a workplace accident, noting that engine weighed more than 5,000 pounds. And this morning, grieving parents are protesting in downtown San Antonio. They're calling for accountability from city and county leaders on their children's cases. This group is called San Antonio Grieving Mothers Fight for Justice. Some of their loved ones were victims to gun violence. Others died in the Bexar County Jail. But no matter their loss, they say accountability could have been taken.
This is not the journey that no parent or sibling wants to be walking. But we are walking it.
So starting at 9 o'clock this morning, they're marching from San Fernando to San Antonio Public Safety Headquarters. This past week, the San Antonio City Council approved a $4 billion budget. Leaders unanimously passed the plan. It includes funds for new police patrol officers, but fewer than some members wanted. Our Garrett Berger tells us the vote wasn't so smooth.
And this $400,000
your time is up. Councilman, your time is up.
In the delegate agency fund amounts to less than 2%.
Point of order. Your time is up. Councilman, please respect the body. Thank you.
A tense moment as a council member made a last-ditch effort to add more cops into the budget, saying the city needed to stick with a previous expectation to add 65 patrol officers next year.
Backtracking on that promise is nothing short of government malpractice.
San Antonio's been trying to add 360 patrol officers over about 5 years to allow more time for proactive policing, like checking trouble spots or patrolling for car burglars. But facing a budget crunch this year, city staff proposed only including 25 toward that goal in last month's draft budget. And though it later got bumped to 40, White and others still wanted more.
I originally wanted an additional 100 officers added to our budget, but I am now aiming for 65.
But with the city already scrounging, how would they pay for it? White suggested it come out of money to replace computers and funding for delegate agencies. Misty Spears suggested cutting into an overtime budget meant to help fill open spots in police patrol districts.
Please vote.
Both proposals got shot down.
The motion fails.
But the city manager said the city's also waiting to hear back on a grant to help pay for another 28 cops.
We've gotten police officers through that grant 2 years in a row, and so we applied for it again. We'll know later on in the fall.
That was Garrett Berger reporting. Now there's an update to the Pleasanton Road median project, a project that has been a headache for people that live and work in that area. Construction started in December and is close to wrapping up, but people there and business owners have been against it from the start. There is some good news. The city and TxDOT agreed to make changes to the median after public input in several recent meetings. Now, one of the biggest complaints was more turnarounds for emergency vehicles and access to both sides of the road.
Make it a little bit more accessible. It's okay to block some areas where, there could be more accidents, whatever, but don't block the whole, 2, 3, 4 mile radius and not have no access to either side. It just doesn't make sense.
So TxDOT and the city agreed to widen some of those turnaround entrances and also shorten the length of the median at some streetlights. They are also working on more signage and potentially creating a new opening for people who live closer to Southwest Military. It's 9:06 and 76 degrees. San Antonio's port is driving massive growth, creating thousands of jobs and pumping billions in the state. So how is this impacting your career and your wallet? We'll tell you when we come back.
We're on par for a warm weekend, and next week there is a cool front that could move into Texas, but will it reduce our temperatures by a lot? I'll have those details coming up after the break.
Welcome back. This morning, a local nonprofit is helping kids go from victim to victory. The Motorcycle Riding Guardians of the Children, celebrating 19 years with an all-day family-friendly fundraiser. Our Devin Karp is live over at Harley-Davidson in Bernie. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're right over here. This is the Javelina Harley-Davidson for Guardians of the Children. They're a Victim to Victor fundraiser. And one of the things, by the way, they're giving away, check out these bikes. This is all going to be raffled off here as part of the fundraiser. So this is a nonprofit organization based out of San Antonio. They are working to help kids and guard them from abuse. So they will actually take in a lot of these kids, make sure that they get the protection, the biker cuts, all the great stuff that comes out from over here as part of being one of the guardians over here. There are a lot of different people in this organization right now, and they are some of the ones that are working day and night to make sure that something like this can happen. So they're going to be hosting this fundraiser today. It is 9 to 4 over here at Javelina Harley-Davidson. That's going to be happening. Family friendly, so plenty of room for the kiddos and everyone to come out, while they're also going to be able to support a great mission from them as well. We're going to be speaking with some of the awesome riders as well as some of the people who stand to benefit from this coming up here later on this morning on GMSA. But for now, still pretty well, mostly cool outside. That sun's starting to come out, but it still shouldn't be too bad of a day. For now, I'll send it back to y'all, and I won't be working on my motorcycle riding tricks in the meantime. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Devin, thank you. Well, Port Tech, a part of Port San Antonio, an area that brought up to $20 billion in the state, according to a new economic report, and that's a big jump from the $9 billion announced earlier this year. So what does that mean for you, your job, and your bank account? The San Antonio and Texas economy is booming, and a lot of it is thanks to Port San Antonio. That was a message from Port San Antonio and the Texas Comptroller, Kelly Hancock. Basically, he's the state's money manager, collecting the taxes and balancing the books. He visited Port San Antonio to talk about how the port is bringing in a lot of money to Texas. $20 billion, in fact, with more than 83,000 jobs. Those jobs are mostly in cybersecurity. You know, people who keep our information safe, and jobs that build airplanes and rockets and engineering. Port San Antonio is 1,900 acres made up of office buildings, tech labs, manufacturing plants, and even an innovation center with an arena. Boeing has its largest aircraft complex at the port, and Standard Aero also works on military and commercial aircraft engines. That all sounds great, but what does this mean for you at home? It's what I asked the comptroller. Why should they care about something when they hear these big $20 billion number being thrown out.
The average viewer, what they really want to know is the average income increase in the state of Texas has outpaced the rest of the country. So not only are jobs available here, but high-paying and well-paying jobs.
Basically, the comptroller is saying more jobs means more opportunities and higher pay in San Antonio. He also says it means San Antonio consumers having to pay less.
And we're seeing that continue to rise while we're seeing inflation numbers in the state stay relatively flat. So that's good news for your viewers.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. We'll actually be at the Boeing Center, Portec SA, later today for the Texas Eats Food Festival.
We are excited. It's going to be a fun time, and we're starting off our day pretty mild. Devin was mentioning that it doesn't feel all that bad out there in Bernie, and it really doesn't. In fact, it's 70 degrees in Bernie right now. It's about 6 degrees warmer here in San Antonio at 76, 75 in New Braunfels. Good morning, Kerrville. You're still enjoying temperatures briefly in the 60s here, 77 in Uvalde and 75 in Floresville. Take a look at your screen. This is a look at the futurecast. Today is expected to be quiet. Tomorrow, for the most part, will be quiet as well. There's just a small chance in the afternoon hours for 1 or 2 pop-up downpours. We're calling it a 10% chance, so that is very, very low. But again, today is going to be mostly sunny and quickly warming. We're already going to be at 80 degrees here within the next hour. By noon, 84. If you're planning on enjoying some time outdoors during the afternoon, we'll quickly be warming to 93 for the high, mostly sunny, and then falling into the 80s after sunset. While it'll be 93 here in San Antonio, it'll be 94 in New Braunfels, 92 in Kerrville. Rock Springs, you'll likely stay in the upper 80s. 96 in Del Rio, 97 in Laredo. Now here in San Antonio, we're actually going to be one of the warmer spots on the map across the United States. That's not all that unusual for us to get into the low 90s this time of year. Our average high is 89. But you look out toward Louisville, Kentucky, Nashville, Tennessee, these places are running well above average, expected to be into the 90s. That's because they have a high pressure system right overhead, and we're about to get another high pressure system moving into south central Texas. So it's going to get hot here. Take a look at how it'll be dry too. High pressure usually blocks out rain. High means dry. And as we head into the start of the week here, that high will be moving closer and closer to Texas. Now, a low pressure system will approach from the north. This low pressure system is going to be just strong enough to swing a very weak cool front across Texas. This could spark a couple of downpours for us on Wednesday. You can see that here on the Futurecast. But this front, as I mentioned, is going to be pretty weak. I mean, we're really only talking about a difference of a degree or two from Tuesday to Wednesday, a high of 91. Even in North Texas, it's still going to be in the upper 70s, and in the Panhandle in the 70s. So not a huge cool front, not one of those crisp cool, fall cool fronts, but it is going to be bringing us a chance for some rain, as I mentioned. 30%. That's not much of a chance, but it's our best chance over the next 7 days. A small potential on Thursday and Friday as well. Again, otherwise, it's going to be pretty hot as we officially start fall with the autumnal equinox on Monday. 95 on Tuesday, small dip in temperature, small increase in rain chances. And even though our rain chances are low in the next 7 days, I'm looking way ahead into the next 10 days where it does look like we could have an opportunity for rain. I'll have more details on that coming up in the next half hour, and we'll talk about the tropics. Tropical Storm Gabrielle, where that is headed. I'll have the latest in the next half hour. More news for you after the break.
We're excited at KSAT today. David Elder with Texas Eats is out at Boeing Center getting ready for the Texas Eats Food Festival happening later this afternoon. We still have a couple of hours before that fun starts. David, what are you doing out there right now?
You know what? I probably should be doing more right now for getting ready for this whole day. But right now, there is a team setting up all this outdoor furniture. They have kind of scurried off because there's so much to do right now. You can see them setting up. Actually, you see Marty Williams over there as well. She's our event director. And they're setting up. They're kind of strategizing what's going on. And I want to show off this vehicle right here because the Cavender Auto Group is going to have new Ford vehicles out here for you guys to come check out when you're at the event. So when you're hanging out, you got good food, good vibes, good music. You can also come out here and come check out a lot of the new cars. There's going to be vehicles inside and vehicles outside. So make sure you check those out when you're here. And I want to show off this board again, because earlier we got to show off exactly what we got over here. These are all the chefs that are going to be at this event. And this includes Naco, Southerly, Suckett, Laika, La Panaderia, Ladino, The Jerk Shack, Jason Dady, Dashi, El Remedio, Fife and Faro, and so many more. And these are all award-winning chefs. We're talking Michelin, James Beard, Culture Map, Tastemakers, all the good things. And we got it right here. And so you can get one ticket. We'll get you in, and you get to sample all these bites from all these different chefs, plus live music from Gunpowder Soup. We got a dance floor on the inside. You know we got it popping today for you guys. And look, another vehicle just pulled up over here, but we're going to walk down just a little bit because I want to show you guys the exterior. Here, come with me, so we're going to run. We're going to run. Are you running? No, he's not running. It's okay. But check it out. We even got we got the graphics up right now. The exterior of the building is looking great. Shout out to Henry Keller for getting all this set up for us as well. And I'm just so excited for this event. I could feel it in the air. You know what? My 1 Celsius is kicking in right now. I'm feeling good. And we're so excited for everybody to get here. VIP starts at 3 p.m. today. And then those are all sold out. But don't worry. We still have GA available. You can scan the QR code that's on the screen. Also, in the new episode of Texas Eats that's on today at 10 a.m., make sure you watch it. There's a QR code up in the corner. You can scan and get your tickets there as well. And also, we're selling tickets at the door. So you can just come out here, the Boeing Center at Techport. It's an amazing facility, a great venue. And on the next hit that we have here in the 9 a.m. for GMSA, we're going to try to go inside. We're going to see if the signal will let us, if the signal will be good enough to go in there, and then we can show you guys what it's going to look like when you're actually inside the arena. It's spectacular. And if you've never been here before, also a big thing is free parking. Look at the ample parking that they have available out here. Multiple lots. You're not paying for parking when you come out here today either. So you get to save a little bit of scratch on the parking costs. And you can see now they're setting up this side. We're going to have an open fire demonstration from Al Fragoni. And we go check it out. Yeah, let's go check it out. See, this is going now. Now we're running. We're running. We're running. We're going. And look, we got action going on over here. I didn't know I was going to be getting my runs in today. So this is the whole other area. This is where the welcome area is going to be out here in the front. You'll be walking in this way. We're going to have the Texas Eats truck out in the front as well, plus a meet and greet opportunity. I know my Sarahs are going to be there. Adam Caskey said he's popping in. Erica Hernandez, Justin Horn, so many people that you love about KSAT. They're going to be here. They're going to be hanging out. So come on out, get your tickets, and we'll see you here in a little bit. We're going to try to get inside for the next live hit.
David, thank you. And of course, you'll be able to meet the man himself, David Elder, who's worked so hard on this event, getting all of those great restaurants to participate. We're very excited. Thank you, David. It is 9:27, 76 degrees. All right, tens of thousands of people waiting for their voter registrations to be processed, and the county can't enter new ones because of a system switch. So we're going to tell you what's causing the delay and how it could impact the November election. All right, it's 9:30 on your Saturday. It is September 20th. A lot of excitement for KSAT. It is the Texas Eats Festival, and it's inside today. David Elder's been giving us a wonderful preview throughout the morning. Both Sarahs will be there.
We will. We'll be there.
We're excited.
We are so excited to try some delicious food, meet some folks, and enjoy that AC.
Yeah, if you haven't bought your tickets, buy them now.
They're still our tickets.
KSAT.com and come out and meet everyone and enjoy that food.
Yeah, let's talk about tropics, okay, because we do have a Tropical Storm Gabrielle, out in the middle of the Atlantic. It has sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. It needs sustained winds of 74 miles per hour to become a hurricane. And Gabrielle is expected to become a hurricane by early Monday morning. Category 2 hurricane by early Tuesday morning. But Gabrielle is likely to just skirt to the east of Bermuda, which is good news for the island, but there will be some pretty gnarly waves out there. Now, as we look at the year so far, we've only had 7 named storms for all of hurricane season so far. Now, hurricane season goes until the end of November, so we still have some time, but we are tracking well below what has been occurring over the last 10 years. On average, we see about 14 named storms. So we'd need 7 more storms just to get to what's average. We're likely not even going to come close to a lot of the recent years, and certainly not to 2020. We had 30 named storms, so many storms that we had to go past the alphabet into the Greek alphabet. So incredible when it comes to the names. Now, as we take a look at our forecast for this weekend, we'll have highs in the low 90s, so it is going to be warm. Only a small 10% chance for rain tomorrow. And this week, we do see a weak cool front approach, which will mean an increase in rain chances on Wednesday, but just slightly. The next big thing I'm watching is beyond the next 7 days, where we could potentially have some decent rain chances. I'll have those details coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. This morning, a local nonprofit helping kids, the Motorcycle Riding Guardians of the Children, are celebrating 19 years with an all-day family event. Devin Karp is live over at the Harley-Davidson in Boerne. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, guys. I don't know if you can hear the tunes from the mic, but it's a rockin' good time so far over here with Guardians of the Children. I'm here with the president, Sharpay. Good morning. How's it going?
Morning, man. Today's the big day. It's going awesome.
Hey, I love to hear it. I love to hear it. So let's make sure. So tell me first off, what is it that you guys have going on out here?
Yeah, today's our 19th annual From Victim to Victor fundraiser. There's a whole lot of things going on. We got a couple bands that are going to be playing. We're out here at Javelina Harley from 9 to 4 today. We got vendors. Come shop, man, till you drop. We got food trucks, our food vendors. We got a silent auction, and we got a whole kids area. Come on, bring the kids out. Awesome. And then we're going to wrap up the day with giving away a brand new motorcycle.
I love it. So tell me a little bit about y'all's mission for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah, so we have 2 main focuses. One, we work with kids who have faced abuse, and simply put, we just try to help them overcome the trauma that they have faced from the abuse. Yeah. And then the other thing is educating the public, which is what we're doing today. Come learn, about the signs and symptoms of child abuse, or what are the steps that you can take if you're in that unfortunate situation where you encounter a kid being abused.
Talk to me about the difference it can make in these kids' lives, knowing that they've got supporters like y'all behind their backs.
Man, it's phenomenal. It's not uncommon for them to come in very closed off, and I don't know if y'all heard the national anthem, but seeing them go from closed off to singing on a stage in front of a pretty full crowd, man, that's it right there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you guys are always there for them. They get their own cuts too and everything, right?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. We adopt them into our organization, and we give them our cuts, and so that way they have a band of bikers, as their friends.
Awesome, fantastic. Well, thank you for being out with us this morning, Sharkbait. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is going on over here at the Javelina Harley-Davidson, coming up until 4 o'clock today. You've also got the chance to get one of these bikes over here with the raffle here. We'll have more on this coming up later on at the news tonight, but for now, it's a pretty good time. I'll send it back to y'all. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Devin, thank you. Well, here in Bexar County, voters will soon decide on amending the state constitution and whether to fund a new Spurs arena. But right now, 45,000 people are still waiting for their voter registrations to actually be processed. The county hasn't been able to enter any new registrations since July 2nd. First, it was tech issues with system updates that caused that delay. Now, Bexar County is switching to a state's voter registration system called TEAM after problems with their old vendor, Votech, which is shutting down in Texas. So Bexar is one of the 14 counties making this change, and the onboarding process has already taken a month. Until it's complete, election officials can't enter new registrations. With that November 4th election fast approaching, time is running out.
Will every one of those people be able to vote in November?
100% yes. I currently have a team set up who have gone through the additional trainings that are required by the state before they can get access to the team system. They are here, they're ready to go. We're just waiting for them to flip the switch.
So elections administrator who you just heard from, Michelle Carew, hopes that switch, so to speak, will be flipped by next week, at which point she believes it will take the county about 10 to 14 days to enter in those new applications. The voter registration deadline is October 6th, but election officials have more time to actually enter the data into the system. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court to limit passport sex markers, drawing criticism from non-binary and transgender groups. So in April of 2022, people could choose the letter X as a gender marker, but Trump soon issued an order to recognize only two sexes. That led to suspending passports with the X marker and prompted legal challenges. So earlier this year, a Massachusetts judge blocked the government from enforcing the policy across the country. It's 9:37 and 76 degrees. Texas duck hunters are facing a big change this teal season. Why the season is getting cut short and what it means for duck hunters across the state. Hello Kitty fans, listen up. The iconic Hello Kitty Cafe truck rolling into San Antonio today. We're going to tell you where you can find it. And in just a few minutes, we're going to check back in with David Elder. In the meantime, here's that QR code that you can scan to get your tickets to today's Texas Eats Festival. I'll be there, Sarah Spivey will be there, David Elder, and of course, some really fancy restaurants. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
All right, outside right now we have got sunny skies and a few clouds out there. But really the big story is this week we have a weak cool front moving across Texas. I'll have those details coming up.
Today's the big day. It is the Texas Eats Food Festival at the Boeing Center at Port Tech. All right, David Elder, did you make it inside yet? What's going on out there? What is happening out there,
Yes, we have made it inside.
A lot of smoke? Is everything okay?
We made it inside. Yes, everything is fine behind us. They're testing out the smoke for the stage for gunpowder soup. And right here with us right now is Cavender Auto Group representatives. And let me tell you, it's getting crazy on the inside. Thank you guys so much. They're bringing in all the vehicles right here. You can see them getting set up. And this is the inside. This is the vibe that's going on in here. Look at the floor. We got lights going on. They're going to be setting up a dance floor. The stage is going to be getting set up. And I'm telling you, it's going to be incredible. We already have the tables going over here. And then each one of these table sections is going to be a chef, a team, a restaurant that's going to be serving out bites. We have, look at this, a circular, like a round bar. It's like more of like an oval bar. But check this out. So you're going to be able to come over here and you can get your drinks. So you can get your drinks. This is a 21 plus event. So leave the babies at home. I got my boy too. I can't bring him. I'd love to bring him, but let me tell you. It's crazy over here that they have even more chefs. And then upstairs, VIP. This is where the VIPs are going to be hanging out up here. There's going to be even more exclusive bites. Plus, VIPs get in an hour early. We still have tickets available. Now, if you need to know before you go, we do have an article link for that as well. Free parking. I do highly recommend rideshare services if you can to make sure, you're having a great time and you get home safe. Plus, it's also good for the spacing out here. But let me tell you, it's going to be absolutely incredible. And look, team over here, they're still setting everything up. So this is we're in the infancy of what is going to be the most epic party you can come to in San Antonio today. It's going to be outstanding. Now, tickets for GA are available in limited quantities, so make sure you scan the QR code. We will see you here, plus all the KSAT representatives that are going to be here, all your favorite talent, personalities that you can come to a meet and greet with. I even heard Mike's coming. Mike the mascot's going to be out here running around. I don't know if he's going to be eating food. We'll see what he's doing when he's out here, though. And we're going to be filming this, so next week you can also watch a preview, an after-party kind of version of the event. And we have a new episode of Texas Eats today at 10 a.m. So many great things. I'm going to send it back to the studio. We got a lot of work to do in here, or they do. I'm going to try to act like I'm helping in some way, shape, or form. How can we move the cars? What can we do?
David, I'm just so glad y'all aren't smoking a cabrito inside. I was like, oh my God, are they they're making some barbecue?
From a goat? No. Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Just testing out the fog machine. Very cool. Thank you, David.
We are going to be there too, so we're excited to meet everyone, and that just got me really excited.
I'm hungry now.
I know. Hey, it is going to be hot today. Temperatures are going to climb into the low 90s, so right now is when you want to step outside, maybe do your Saturday morning yard work or perhaps some errands. It's 76 and it's 73 in Bernie and in Kerrville. In the Hill Country this morning, they started off in the 60s. Felt so nice. Now, as we take a look at your forecast, your KSAT 12-hour forecast, by the next 10 minutes or so, we're already going to be in the 80s. By noon, 84, and by 3 o'clock, mostly sunny and 90. Our high temperature today, around 4 or 5 o'clock, is going to be 93. We'll have east-southeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and temperatures will fall into the 80s after sunset. It'll be 91 in Bernie, 95 in Bandera, 92 in Kerrville, Hondo, Sabinal, you'll be at 93, 95 in Floresville, and 94 in Seguin. As we take a look at your forecast for the weekend, 93 today, as I mentioned, tomorrow very similar. Pretty much a copy and paste day, with the one exception of the fact that there could be a stray afternoon shower. The chance for rain is only 10%, so not a great chance for rain. And you can see that here on the Futurecast as we head into tomorrow afternoon. 1 or 2 pop-up downpours possible, but not likely, only a 10% chance. We've got high pressure that's starting to build in. High means dry, and so for the first half of the week here, it's going to be dry and hot. We're going to climb to 95 on Monday and Tuesday. That's well above average by some 5 to 6 degrees. Notice, though, that temperatures do fall slightly on Wednesday. We'll be in the low 90s. That's because there's going to be a very weak cool front moving through Texas. So this is not that crisp, cool fall air, but it is going to provide for a chance for some rain. About a 30% chance on Wednesday. And again, as I mentioned, just a slight drop in the temperatures. 30% chance for some rain on Wednesday, slightly less chance on Thursday and Friday. So that's the week ahead. Hot, a small chance for rain here and there. Fall officially starts on Monday. But I'm looking beyond the next 7 days to some hints of slightly higher rain chances. So this is the next big thing that we're going to talk about. That high pressure system is finally going to weaken and erode by the end of the week. And that's when this low pressure system will be approaching in from the west. There is a decent chance that this low could move into South Texas. And if it does so, that would mean much better rain chances for us on the 28th, that's Sunday, and the 29th, that's a Monday. So there's the potential there for some good rain, but we need to wait because a lot can change in the next 7 to 10 days. This low pressure system might not be as strong, or it might not move exactly where we need it to in order to get good rain. So there's a lot that could happen. We just wanted to put this on your radar early that the 28th and the 29th, we're going to be watching things for those 2 dates fairly closely and carefully because we need rain. Take a look at the drought outlook through December. This is issued by the Climate Prediction Center. You can see across Texas in the yellow, that's where drought is likely to develop. And even though we're already in drought here in San Antonio, in the brown colors, this is where drought is likely to continue. So we don't see any major improvements from the CPC as far as drought goes through December. So we need rain. All it would take is one big rain event, though, to help us out and mess up that outlook from them. So we'll keep you posted. Otherwise, again, yeah, hard to believe fall starts on Monday. And maybe I'll just go out and make like some apple cobbler or something to make it feel like fall, I guess, Sarah.
Inside, yeah.
Do you make anything or bake anything for the fall months?
I know you're saying that on purpose because you know that I don't.
No, I'm just asking.
You know I don't cook.
I'm not trying to call you out like that.
I don't bake. My husband does all of that.
Here's something that's easy, okay? You just get a pot of water, put some orange and cloves and stuff in it that makes the whole house smell like fall. And it's like hardly cooking because just boiling water.
I'll light a candle.
Or that.
Thank you, Sarah. Or you can come cook for me. It's okay. 9. You probably will. It's 9:51 and 76 degrees. Okay, if you've been thinking about a new look, this is your chance. Local high school students are working towards their cosmetology licenses, and they need your help to reach that goal. I'll tell you about it when we come back. Hello Kitty fans, get ready because the iconic Hello Kitty Cafe truck is rolling into San Antonio today. You can find the all-pink cafe truck at North Star Mall in the parking lot, the corner of Loop 410 Access Road in McCullough from 10 o'clock this morning to 7 p.m. This tour celebrates 2 big milestones, Hello Kitty's 50th anniversary and the truck's 10th anniversary. It's a sweet celebration that you don't want to miss. Well, students at Sam Houston High School are taking part in a cosmetology program, and you can take a tour of the salon at the high school and hear more about their training. They've been working for about 3 years to reach the 1,000 hours necessary in training to take their practical exam. So if they pass that test, they can go out and get a job doing hair and nails. And guess what? The students, they need clients.
They get more hands-on versus dealing with the mannequins, because mannequins can't say ouch or tell you that hurts or I like my hair this way. So it gives them the experience, the real life experience. So they won't be so intimidated or scared when they do, if they actually do go into their own businesses.
I love this. So the students learn about sanitation, communication with clients, and safety. You can visit the Hurricane Salon from 10 a.m. to noon today. For prices and how to make an appointment, just check out KSAT.com. Well, San Marcos Premium Outlets are rolling out the welcome mat for Texas State University students and families with a fun-filled shopping event this weekend. So current Texas State students can head to the outlets and score a $20 Visa gift card to spend at their favorite stores. Pretty cool. Plus, they'll get a free maroon and gold tote bag and digital coupon book to help save even more money. To claim these perks, students just need to stop by guest services in the food court and show a valid school ID. Parents can also pick up a free tote and coupon book, but the $20 gift cards, it's only for students. All right, just before sunrise, Texas will kick off its early teal season, but this year there's a big difference. It's only 9 days. That's about half the normal time for the season. So Pashada Pope explains the reason.
Texas is synonymous with blue-winged teal hunting or teal hunting.
Teal season is big business and big money in Texas. The season officially starts September 20th. Texas duck hunters, along with those outside and around the U.S., have been making reservations with outfitters like Lance Donchik.
We've been flush with teal since about August the 8th.
The teal are on their way to Mexico and South America for the winter.
Things are quiet right now, but come opening day just before sunrise, pit blinds across Texas will be filled with teal hunters trying to get the limit.
The bag limit is 6 per day, but hunters have another limit to abide by. For the first time in almost 20 years, teal season is a week shorter, going from 16 days to just 9. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, along with the Canadian Wildlife Service, conduct the population survey. And if the number is below 4.7 million, a short season is implemented.
So we knew very early that it was probably going to be a 9-day season, so we let the clients know, of course, right away.
He says on top of having to do without that other week, he has to absorb more of the cost of irrigating his rice prairies, a method used by hunters to attract bigger broods of teal.
The economic downturn of that, does a person say, I'm not going to put as much water up because we're only getting 9 days? My theory on that is, hey, I'm here for my life and hopefully longer. Hopefully it's a legacy.
There's disappointment with the shortened season, but Kevin Cry, the waterfowl program leader for Texas Parks and Wildlife, says there is reason to be optimistic.
Ducks are very prone to responding quickly as conditions turn favorable, and we expect those abundances to return in the near future.
Pashada Pope, KSAT 12 News.
So early teal duck season runs through September 28th. For more information about hunting, licensing, and restrictions, just head to KSAT.com. Sarah, the drought impacting duck season.
Yeah, we have bad drought here in San Antonio, and this, usually with some rain we see the molds come up, but thankfully today molds are low at 410. Pigweed, ragweed, and fall elm are also present, but in low amounts. So a decent looking pollen count. Not much rain chances in the week ahead. Now today and tomorrow, 93 for the high, only a small 10% chance tomorrow. And then it's going to be hot and dry as we start fall on Monday. The autumnal equinox is in the afternoon. Wednesday, though, we do have a better chance for rain, 30% as a weak cool front slides across Texas. But really, we're going to have to wait for more decent rain chances until perhaps the very end of September. Of course, we'll keep you posted.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, the Texas Eats Food Festival. Hope we see you there today at Boeing Center at Techport. For now, enjoy the newest episode of Texas Eats.